you cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Coolin' Out. Kev wasn't ready.
Kev.
You looking lost as fuck right now. I
LA.
just startled you. You LA Kev now. Nigga don't know how to act.
The talent. How you doing, bro?
Kev said, I'm still doing this with you? I ain't blow yet. You holding me back. I'm all right, man. Just tired.
Yeah, you've had a lot.
Yeah, but the week's almost over. You know, It's only one more day. And I don't ever count Fridays into my week. I just show up.
Okay.
I'm just there in body, but not in spirit. Niggas ask me to do shit. I'll get it to you by Monday. What about you, man?
I've been good. I've been good spirits since we got back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just trying to ride it out, man.
This nigga go to L.A. once. So we went to L.A. This past weekend.
Yeah. Nice Friday through Monday trip.
I forgot what Kev's eyes look like. Ain't seen the nigga without his shades on. This nigga was out there showing out. Yeah. Telling people he was a talent manager.
It's a fun vibe out there, man.
All right, perfect. I was trying to get this up. Bow.
Good energy.
Yeah, LA was
good weather.
Phenomenal energy.
Shout out, D Green.
That nigga was lying.
Who?
D Green was lying. He kept saying, "Oh, I don't know no spots."
What was he, 4 for 4?
Oh, the spots he took us to, I was like, oh.
He ain't missed.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
He ain't missed.
But he was good at set expectations mad low.
Undersell, over deliver.
Because the entire time we were walking to spots, he kept being like, I don't know if y'all gonna like this spot, but this the kind of vibe it is. I don't know, you might not like it, son. I'm getting there like,
you know me.
Yeah, word.
But every spot was like nice, distinct, had his own character.
Dope, man. And we even the chocolate sundaes at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, woo.
If y'all live in the LA area, I should check that out. That was definitely
doing
interesting.
that again.
Yeah, that was good. It was funny, especially what's the guy? Isaiah Kelly.
Who?
Yo.
Who? You'd have thought he was the funniest man on the planet.
Yo.
My head hurt.
When I see people, when I watch stand-up, right, and I see niggas slapping their knee, I'm like, yo, chill out. Ain't that funny? He had me slapping my knee like,
I want him to take a breather. So I want him to stop talking. I was laughing so hard. My head hurt when we left.
That shit was so funny. The joke about I won't go in, but the joke about the McDonald's changing their menu and you checking your bank account had me in tears. But LA was
so good. And much needed.
Laying back in New York.
What, 20 degrees?
20 degrees. First of all, I'm out there with an overcoat with my neck exposed with a dad hat on, looking like I'm from LA.
As soon as I saw my breath, I'm like, yo, we gotta go back outside.
There was snow on the ground.
Oh, man.
Soon we let Kev say, yo, when we going back again?
I asked Google the next morning, what's the weather outside? High of 30. Currently 18 degrees.
Jeez. What's that feels like, though? That's
70 and sunny.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in LA, because
D Green, Stretch, thank you for a good time.
D Green, Stretch, bro.
Good energy.
Definitely
all
good
around.
seeing you, bro. But yeah, let's get into this, man. We're gonna start this podcast.
It's a lot happening.
It's a lot, man. Let's start. Which one start? Let's start with Bron.
Nah, let's end with Bron.
End with Bron?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be all good, Kev. I don't know if you want to end like that.
Ain't a lot of good on that list.
There's nothing good on this list. Let's start with Adam.
All right, go ahead.
Mr. Silva.
Yeah.
So he was speaking at the Sloan
conference, to Bill Simmons.
Bill Simmons. And he made some very interesting comments about some concerns he has with the NBA. So Adam Silver is the commissioner of the NBA. Some concerns he has with the league, things that keep him up at night. Some of the more notable things that he mentioned were just how unhappy players are.
Yeah, fundamentally unhappy.
Yeah, and how
jealous and resentful of each other. It's like, damn.
And also how the new changes to the CBA. I guess they're not new anymore, but how
The recent.
the recent
And the newest CBA,
yeah, how it unintentionally gave star players so much power, and how that wasn't the goal. The goal was for the execs, basically the GMs, to shorten the term of the deals of the contracts so that
aren't as bad.
Yeah, they wouldn't make bad deals
and players make more salary.
Exactly.
Instead, what they created is a free for all.
It's a monster.
It's a monster. Yeah.
Niggas be 2 years out of their contract. I don't want to be here no more.
And another concern is the size of the markets, whether or not they can compete. So, for instance, the Warriors, I think, made $3.1 million a night per game
at gate. Yeah, tickets
at the gate. The Knicks made 2.9.
And they trash.
And the Warriors employ 5 All-Stars, and the Knicks have the second or first worst record in the league. But basically because of the size of the market,
they still get a lot of tickets at the gate.
And what were they, 2.9?
2.9 mil.
So his point was basically if we get a star or two, we're going to compete with the Warriors, if not eclipse them in revenue. And he juxtaposed that with the Grizzlies. If they had 3 stars, they made $1 million.
Yeah.
If they had 3 stars,
just under $1 million. They don't make $1 million.
So if they had 3 stars, they still wouldn't be able to compete
at all.
So he has a fear of like players going to small markets, and whether or not they can really compete, because their whole motto back to Stern was every market can compete and be competitive, but in this new day and age, it doesn't really seem like that's the case.
But then don't they have the revenue sharing to like kind of?
Yeah, but he's saying like players still don't want to go there.
I mean,
ratings are down. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but why would you want to go to a small market?
I agree. I mean, I don't know what he can do.
The best case for anyone that's a superstar that would have wanted to go to a small market would have been Kawhi Leonard, just because of his personality. Yeah. And even he don't want to go to a small market. Like he wants to go to LA. So like, that's interesting. Like that Paul George signing was an anomaly. No. I guess he's a superstar. He's been playing like a superstar this year.
He's a superstar.
No superstar would voluntarily want to be like in Oklahoma City.
One of the reasons Bron's struggling. We'll get to it, but we didn't. Yeah, and as another point of his, he's like they had to go over the luxury tax, and he said that's also what the Bucks are gonna have to do for Giannis, and that's the only reason he stayed. They said they have to really overspend to compete versus a big market. But
what is his suggested correction for that? Why does that keep him up at night?
I think that's why he's up at night. He doesn't really have a solution. I don't know what you can really do.
Well, if you're a small market team, right? I think their reasoning behind going to luxury tax because they think, for example, right? You got a team like Milwaukee, right? You win the NBA championship, the next year you're selling out. Every game, regardless. You just won the championship.
And you can potentially, you're more attractive to free agents.
And they have no competition as far as other sports. You got the Milwaukee Brewers, but baseball season and basketball season don't overlap.
Correct.
Like, not too much anyway. You know, people don't start watching baseball until basketball's over, and that's when you have no other choice because no other sport's on.
Or you go outside like us.
Like the old people do. And kill your liver. But, yeah, so, like... That's not true. See, I don't know. If you win a championship, I don't know if that makes you attractive to free agents.
You're right. San Antonio's never that attractive to marquee.
But I think it might be. Maybe someone like Giannis could be able to attract another free agent to come to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, like, even though Anthony Davis was talking shit, I wouldn't be, like, extremely surprised if he went to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think
he's from Chicago. It's an hour and a half away.
I don't think he would voluntarily go there, but I think if he gets there and actually plays next to Giannis, sees how dominant they are together. But that's the thing. You have to get him there. So I understand the trades like a Toronto, but I also need to see what they categorize. Is it just your location? Because I know New York, LA, that's self-explanatory. Those are large markets. But, like, give me some more. Like Boston?
Yeah.
The Heat?
Miami, yeah.
Well, Chicago, Houston,
Dallas. These are all considered large markets.
So give me the small ones.
Charlotte,
okay.
Memphis.
They should be concerned.
Indianapolis, that's considered a small market. Utah. No, I think Portland's considered to be a medium-sized market. Trying to think, there's some teams I'm missing.
Well, I guess I can understand why he's
Well, that's
concerned.
four.
But then you name Portland. What is OKC? Is that a small market? Both of their marquee stars just came out in the last like week or two, if not the same week. Russell and Dame, and they're like, they don't fuck with super teams. They want to stay on their own team and they want to compete. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
But they're coming out adamant that.
But they both were drafted there. Like they're not.
Oh, so your point.
Yeah, like they're not
voluntarily
getting
go there.
free agents to go there. Like
I get what
they
you
both
mean.
they both were drafted. That's like when Michael Jordan first bought the Hornets. Remember, there was people on TV. This was years ago, but everyone was like, "Oh, free agents are gonna be flocking there because everyone's gonna want to play for Michael Jordan." Mm-hmm. No.
What size would you categorize the Pistons? Detroit.
I think that's a mid-sized market. But
I'm
not
trying to go back in my head.
But
like
even
the
though
last decade or so.
that might. But even they're struggling because that's why they had to build that new arena in downtown Detroit because they used to play at the Palace at Auburn Hills, which is like 25 miles out of Detroit. And that's what. And now they.
I'm lying. Cleveland just won. I was thinking of the past champions. Try to think of the last.
That's
like
Braun. That's
small.
different. But Cleveland's a small market.
But that's like an anomaly.
But Braun, yeah,
Yeah, that's an
he was
anomaly.
from there. It has to be like.
So before
there's
that-
always like something like a very personal thing for a reason. Like, why? Oh, you drafted me here. Like Russ, they drafted him there.
Yeah.
They took care of him. Dame, they drafted him. They took care of him. Braun, he's from there. He went back there. People aren't just being like, yo, I want to go play in Cleveland.
So you have to go back to the Pistons in 04? Because besides that is the Texas teams in the Spurs in Dallas. You got the Heat, the Lakers, the Boston, right?
Yeah.
And then before that is, damn.
It doesn't happen often. If you think about
then.
it doesn't happen often. It's like you go. That's why the Lakers and the Celtics have the most championships. Like,
Damn, it's the Pistons twice.
yeah,
Because then when you go back between the Isaiah Dumars wins.
they won twice.
And then the Billups, that other.
Yeah, so that was 3 total. 'Cause
In
Bad
between
Boy,
all that is
it's
Jordan.
Chicago, Boston,
Houston.
LA, Houston.
Damn. So it's always been like this. I don't really know what you could do.
Nothing.
Ratings are down.
Well, ratings are down. We're not gonna go into this yet, but ratings are down because Braun is elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think that plays a major part. Well, it's two things. Braun is elsewhere, and they suck.
But he made a good point because the hype around the league is crazy. If you just look on Twitter, you would think it's like the most watched league in the world. But
Yeah.
he made a good point. He said if Harden has 60, you see that on Twitter, you can't just quickly access the game.
Yeah.
So that's at least a solution.
That's their
in the long
fault.
term. Yeah. At least
their
that's something
fault.
you see you can fix.
That's their fault.
Yeah.
They chose to sign these. I don't blame them to sign these TV
Lucrative.
contracts. Extremely
24
lucrative.
bill.
24 billion.
Billion.
$24 billion contracts with these TV channels. So I mean, I don't blame him. But the average millennial isn't subscribing to cable anymore.
Yeah.
I got my other ways of getting ESPN, but it's like, especially I don't know how that counts. I have to like research that as far as like ratings, all that stuff. Like, how does that work? If like 8 of us are using the same ESPN account, like, does that count
Yeah,
as
it was
one view?
That's a good point.
I don't know. I don't know how TV ratings work, but it's not easily accessible. But then in the same case, no sport is really easily accessible. Then, like, no major league sport. What sport do you just see on Twitter? Oh yeah,
NFL.
They're on. Well, they have
They've done that though.
They have done that. They have made a.
That's very easy.
They do have a deal with Twitter. You're right. Well, they used to.
Yeah. I don't know. It's for him to figure out. You got a 6-year extension and a raise?
Come on,
Go
beloved.
to bed.
I don't want to hear about your problems.
Word. But the main one,
Take some sleeping pills.
I guess the main one I picked up, mental health in the NBA. What do you think of that?
I'm gonna try to. I don't know, cause I don't want to be like the average person and be like, yo, because my initial first thought was you're millionaires. Like, what's wrong with you?
That's what Charles Barkley said.
Yeah, he called them.
He said that's the dumbest thing he heard.
I mean,
I'm
not gonna say it's the dumbest thing I ever heard, but outside looking in,
you have millionaires and billionaires killing themselves every day or over medicating on mental health.
Yeah, but these are millionaires and billion. Supposedly, you're in the NBA. You're doing what you dreamed of doing ever since a child. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with you? like I know DeMar DeRozan came out and Kevin Love came out saying they struggle with mental health. They never really went in detail about like exactly what was wrong with them. But the way Adam Silver's making it seem like it's like the league is just combating this problem. Like it's a bunch of fucking.
Well, apparently it is.
Everyone in the NBA. Well,
I didn't say
not everyone, but
he made it seem like it's a big percentage.
I wouldn't
of
even
the
go as
players
far as
that he
saying
talks
20% of players are depressed.
That you know of. If the
I said
commissioner
I would not.
Well, I would have to believe he said the majority, didn't he?
That's the word he used. But why?
I would really need to know why.
About
really
what? That's
know.
what I need. Like about what?
Well, my only thing was Charles says the dumbest thing, and then he mentioned that they were rich.
Well, that's everyone's. That's people's normal response. And from his point of view, I can see that also. When he was playing, they were making $3-4 million a year. Now you got people getting guaranteed contracts of $200+ million.
But I never understand how people equate happiness with money.
No.
But that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He said it's the dumbest thing he ever heard, and then he immediately goes into how much money they're making. Rich people can be. I
understand it. I'm just saying I understand that, and I'm saying that I understand it from his point of view because maybe he's probably the type of person that loves money. Like if you know the story about him, he's like a massive gambler. He does all this shit with money. Now imagine you're playing 15 years before these players, right?
No, I get all that.
Yeah.
My whole point is how can he not see the others? Like, I get there are rich people that are happy, but there are rich people that are unhappy. But he's looking
at just from, like, not rich people. He's looking at just from basketball players. Like, yo, like, this is what we do. We love playing ball. And he went to Kyrie and said how Kyrie seems to be, like, the unhappiest person in the world. Because Kyrie just wants to play basketball and not deal with the media. But it's like, yo, this is what comes with your job.
It is. But then we're all different people. So just because some people are again, you gotta just swallow that and figure it out. But just because I'm equipped to talk in front of a mic or someone's equipped to talk in front of a camera doesn't mean they're all the other 450. Well, actually, they only care about the stars. So
yeah,
about the 15 or 20 or however much that list goes.
I don't know about him being the most like the unhappiest person ever.
I just think he's honest. Like, if you put a mic in front of everybody every day and ask them how they were feeling, you'd have a range of comments. No?
But this is what he wanted. This is what he asked for. So I don't feel bad for him. This is what he asked for. You had Bron that was taking all the criticism, all the heat, all of that was dealing with the media. I'm sure Bron was the main person they would talk to. I'm not sure. I know they were talking to Bron before they were talking to Kyrie. You forced your way out of a situation to go to Boston because you wanted your own team. You wanted to be a superstar. You wanted to be shining in the light. And now you're complaining because you're getting too much media attention?
I'm never defending Kyrie. Just the idea that you're absolutely right. He was in the perfect position.
Yeah.
He chose
could have kept winning rings or at least competing for them.
No, he chose that life.
But yeah, I mean...
I don't know how many people come out as unhappy.
No, it is ignorant to say that, you're making this amount of money.
That was my...
Yeah, it's ignorant. But, I mean, it's a natural assumption because you just assume that, which is also, it's an assumption also that everyone who's in the NBA is doing what they love to do. Right?
Yeah.
You could just be immensely talented, but don't want to, but this is not what I want to do. But it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why... It's an assumption that everyone who's in the NBA is doing exactly what they love to do. I love playing basketball. I love getting up and practicing. I sleep, breathe, basketball. That's all I think about all the time. And you assume that. And that's why you get to the point where, you hear comments like, oh, well, you're making hundreds of millions of dollars and everyone's kissing your feet and you have no worries or whatever.
And that's where I get to on the flip. Like, we're talking about the superstars and the megastars. You are rich enough that you can get the best help for whatever ails you. And that's my whole point.
Yeah.
Like, if money dropped in my lap today, a lump sum of money, I wouldn't look for it for happiness.
Yeah.
But I know how much it could, relieve a lot of the stresses or burdens in my life.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't expect it to cure me of happiness. But I would also know I have the means to, go talk to the top psychologists, therapists in the world. So... if these people are that fundamentally unhappy, he's saying he started a mental health initiative and stuff. It's hard to tackle. I really have to talk to somebody that really just suffers from severe mental illness, like depression and stuff.
I think so. I have people in my family that go through bouts of depression, right? So I think that this is just an example, right? Say you're depressed, right? You go through college that you're depressed. You get drafted to the NBA. You're not depressed at that moment. You know, like you can have like, oh, this has been a good year for me. And then once you get accustomed to that lifestyle, and this is now your new life, because it's not a lifestyle no more. This is your life now. You fall back into your bouts of depression. Like this can be a temporary like happiness, and then like something could happen and just take you all the way back down. Because like we think like in our minds, right? In my mind, I'll talk for myself. In my mind, it's like, yo, I got 200 mil guaranteed. Shit, I'm good. Like I'm not like, you know.
Yeah.
But to them, it's like, all right, yeah, I did that. There's only so much. There's only so many things you're gonna buy. There's only so much you can dwell on the fact that you signed a $200 million contract. That feeling lasts for but so long before you have to get back into the grind and actually playing basketball and focusing on attaining goals and things of that nature. And if you don't like that, or you making that money also creates more problems.
Yeah.
More people coming to you with their hand out. Everyone, wants something from you. Maybe you can't build any real friendships because everyone is, only talking to you because they want something on some LA shit. Like, no,
yeah.
But real talk, like, but imagine like if that's your life, right? Like you have or even say you have like some real good friends. You get money. You don't do what they want you to do, so now you have no friends.
Yeah.
And you're out here trying to find friends, but everyone you meet is like fake. I don't know, just like some crazy ass example, but I could see that being like something that could like put you in a deep mental, like a deep space.
Yeah.
A dark space.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm not going to just jump out the window. I guess you're right. Yeah, I can't just jump out the window and say, oh, excuse me, you're rich, so everything should be fine. But it is interesting that mental health is an issue in the NBA. I mean,
and the majority too.
Yeah, I mean, I still like Kevin Love and the DeMar DeRozans of the world, but it makes me wonder, like, is this like a newfound revelation, or was it always like this and just people never spoke about it?
Yeah,
because mental health was an issue back in the 70s, and like now people like not just in basketball, just in general, people come out and said, hey, like it wasn't like the manly thing to do to talk about, like, hey, I'm suffering through depression, so everyone just kept quiet about it. And now it's like, for lack of a better word, like trendy, to actually discuss what's going on in your life, so everyone does it.
Yeah, I don't know. In this day and age, they have it as easy when you factor in, obviously, the amount of money they're making, but transportation, endorsements. I'm talking about the cream of the crop, obviously.
The low of the low still get make.
That's true.
Do you a rookie? Like if you get, it depends on where you get drafted. But if you in the first round, you seeing between 2 to 5 a year, 2 to 6 now.
Like how much is like I don't know, the fifth best player on like? I get your point. Yeah, especially this day and age, these contracts. I was trying to think of like a middle tier player, but yeah, they all getting money.
Like
that's what I was
like Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Yeah.
12 mil.
12 mil, yeah.
18 last year.
So 30 in 2 years. Yeah.
But it's hard for us to fathom because, like, we've never experienced nothing like that.
That's the thing, and that's why I can't really talk.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, like...
every person's different.
Even in our personal lives, right? It's like, yo, we fight for something, right?
Yeah.
And then when we get it, like, I just got a raise, right? What's the first thing I said to you? Oh, shit, right? What I say 2 days later?
I need more.
I was like, yeah, I need more. All right, cool. This is cool. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Like, all right, cool. I enjoyed it when I first got it. Like, all right. It's just like... you just move on. It's like, all right, thanks, guys. Like, and I'm sure
a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I mean, or if it really isn't important to you, like there's people where money is really not important to them.
Yeah,
and like
bless them.
Like no, but there are people out there like that. But I mean, it's easier to get to that point when you have it and you have money. Then you start worrying about other things, like things that are more important to you. Like once money is like, because realistically, right? For the average person, money is a huge stressor for people. Like it stresses people out. Like
I just read, it's a side note, that most millennials, they did like a survey. I think it was Newsweek, and most millennials said if they got like, they defined a lump sum of money that could change their life as like $5,000, which says, oh, it needs to know about our generation.
Chill.
That's how they got us out here. But go ahead.
$5 grand.
Yeah. It's not funny. It's just like, damn, like, that's how we living out here.
Life changing. Wow. That's about 2 months rent.
Holy fuck. So I go ahead. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Shit. But no, so like money is a huge stressor for people.
Shit.
Right? So when you get $5,000, that's crazy. But when you get that that part of your life locked up, say you signed the 5-year $200 million. All right. Now you have something that people focus on 90% of the time of their brain that's gone. So now you really start like thinking about, all the other things that matter to you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All your external problems are taken care of.
They're
you
good.
gotta look internal now.
Yeah, you look internal, you're like, damn.
And that's just my thing. You have the money to like get as best help as you can.
Yeah, but sometimes,
and I'm not saying it's enough, but
yeah, I was about to say
just
that.
make sure you're doing all you can.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do in life in general. There's no like end all be all cure for all this.
Yeah. That's like jury is fucked up.
What? Oh, what he did it.
Nigga, the ball was out here talking about his.
Oh yeah, he sure was a raptor when he did it.
Yeah, right in the playoffs too. Dropped all the ads about his, mental depression, all that
Jerry
stuff.
probably put an arm around him.
Yeah,
we got you. We'll
that's how we
take care
got
of
you.
you. Then Pop got on the phone.
Sent him to the Riverwalk. I'm surprised. Nah, we know. Well,
No, okay. On a flip, how do you feel about all the player movement in the league? Does it alarm you, or are you
Stars?
Yeah. How do you feel? Is it good now? Could it get out of hand? Would you care?
It can get out of hand. I think it can get out of hand if you get the right group of players that just like, yo, we all gonna play together.
And how would you feel as a fan?
That'd be whack. Like, cause you already know who's gonna win. Like,
even if it was your team. Because I was thinking about this.
It'll be exciting, but
we've been bystanders as Knicks fans. Like, we watch now purely just for entertainment. There's people that watch for personal gain.
That's all I watch.
All we ask for is entertainment.
Yeah.
Which has its good and its bad. It'd be nice to root for a strong team. But I'm saying that because imagine we had Kawhi and he did what he did.
Yeah.
Or we had Jimmy and he did what he did. Like, how would we feel as fans? Kawhi didn't play for a year. Because it's fun looking from afar. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to see where he's traded. It's just entertainment. Yeah. But what if I was that San Antonio fan?
I mean, that sucks. If I was saying, especially the fans that be buying season tickets, these season tickets don't be cheap, bro.
That won't be our problem. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that would be my problem. But
there are apps for that.
It's like so the thing is, like, right, I think the way the league is going, it'll balance itself out. Because I feel like there's so many talented players in the league right now. Like, I think this might be probably the peak of the amount of talent that's in the NBA at one time. Like, you got Jordan, Clyde, Dirk. Like, Clyde is don't fall nowhere in line with, the ADs, the Giannis's of the world, Bron, Kate. Like, all these, is so many superstars right now.
Yeah, they're cream of the crop versus.
Yeah, it ain't lining up.
I know you got Jordan.
You got freaks
Magic,
of nature
Bird
out there, 7 feet tall, shooting threes, like craziness.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it doesn't line up, but like, so there's so many great players, right? And my only like fear would be like, yo, if all the great players end up on the same team, there's only like 3 good teams, like really like 3 good teams that really are in contention. But
isn't that the league every year?
It is, but like, so imagine like whereas like 2 years ago where the Warriors, like, we know they're gonna win. We know they're gonna win.
Like one of those.
Yeah, like where it's like, yo, the season's over before it even starts. Like that, when it gets to that point, that's not fun to me.
But that's like a unique anomaly.
But it's not. That can continue to happen. Especially with the soft cap that they have, teams don't mind going into luxury depending on what market you're in. That can continue to happen. You catch someone on an off year like DeMarcus Cousins, you add him to your team.
All right, but the way the Warriors came together, Steph first of all was on a
That's
contract.
Just good drafting,
yeah, but he was on an undervalued contract severely because he was injury prone at the time. He was making like $44 million total.
I know, 12 years.
If he was on a max, they couldn't get Durant. And then also that summer, that's when like that summer 16 where they signed a new cap.
Well, if he was on a max, they could have if they would have went to the luxury tax, like the super luxury tax.
I don't know.
That's the thing. It's like, guess they're in the like, yo, it's like, for example, right, when the Warriors move into their new arena and they're already making people commit to 3 years for season tickets. Three seasons in advance. You don't even know if Durant gonna be there.
I do. He won't.
I know, but you making them commit 3 seasons in advance, right? They getting paid $20 million a season just for that recruiting logo. Like, so those teams have the funds, the extra funds, to be like, oh yeah, we can do this. We can go into a luxury tax. If all those players wanted to resign, they would resign all of them and just deal with the repeat offense for a certain amount of time.
That's true.
Whereas other teams don't have that luxury of doing that. And that would just be, like, that makes a game whack. Like, it's like when you go down to, I used to hate that shit when you go down to, like, the park and all the good players just get on the same team. Like, yo, why am I even watching this?
Yeah.
Or why am I even playing in this? Like, you know you're going to win.
Durant about to do us a favor. He about to break that up.
It depends.
Well, on what?
Where's he going to go? Like,
I don't know. I've heard something. I've read some things.
You
I don't know things?
I don't know if I believe he's coming to New York anymore, and that's scaring me.
Do you think he stays?
Nah, this is because he's 30 now. He got to submit his own legacy.
So where would you think he goes?
Clippers. Them niggas ain't joining Bron.
No, I wouldn't even
feel
think
bad for the boy.
I didn't even think the Lakers. We'll get to him.
Yeah.
We'll get to him. It's a lot that needs
teardrops.
Yeah.
Eyes is watering up already.
A lot, yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, people keep saying he'll go to the Clippers with Kawhi. I just don't see it. They don't have any kind of connection, at least to my eye, with their interactions, limited that they may be.
Kawhi don't look like he's spoken to anybody in the league.
You see the video where Kyrie and KD were talking at the end of the All-Star game, and Kawhi just sitting there dancing?
That's his life. He live in his own
Yo,
head.
no music was playing. This nigga crazy.
From everything I read, it makes it seem that KD and Kyrie are the tandem.
Yeah. But you think they going to New York?
I don't know why they would come here given their hatred of the media.
Both of them. Like, both of them I feel like they got together and was like, yo, we're going to portray this out to the world. Both of them out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. I knew KD always hated the media. But, like, now Kyrie is like, that ain't no surprise. But Kyrie's super hatred for the media now.
So, because you're going to lose a game, and how are you going to react? I don't know why you would come here. But you can't escape the media, though. But you're not going to retire.
If they go to the Clippers going to get secondary media coverage.
Yeah. No. They're a marquee team now. They're in L.A., and they have 2 of the top 10 players in the league.
They still get secondary behind Bron, even though Bron is Bron right now.
We'll get to him.
Yeah, they still going to get secondary coverage behind Bron.
That's true.
Plus, also, like, no matter who they have,
scary.
They're a secondary team in that market.
Until they're not.
Until they win. Like, you got to win it all.
Which they would be a viable candidate to do.
Nah, not Kyrie and KD.
Well, KD's no longer on Golden State. The overwhelming favorite has been crippled a bit.
Still got Bron. Nah, I'm joking.
But to bring it back a little, yeah. So right now, player movement, you're fine with.
Some of it.
AD's really the only one that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, when you're like 2 years left on your contract.
He the only, that really rocked the boat. Bron plays his commitments. Kyrie and KD are doing it now.
Yeah.
Oh, AD and Butler. Who else? Oh, Paul George did too. Ooh, now that I think of it. Who else?
Couple people.
Kawhi? Damn, actually,
these last 2 seasons, niggas been wilding. It's like they had a group meeting. Like, yo, at the Players Association, they were just on the chalkboard, like the whiteboard, like, yo, 2 years left, start talking that shit.
Fuck these owners. They call it free agency.
Free agency.
From what I read, that's what they call it, free agency. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't think it's like a epidemic now, but I could see how it could.
It's a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because
Very entertaining,
but then also
especially when it's not you.
different markets get their time with a superstar. Mm-hmm. Like you get to see a different superstar. Like that's your home superstar, right? Mm-hmm. It's bad because small markets will never experience that.
No, that's why it's a pro. That's the only way. Circling back to our previous conversation, that small markets will experience a superstar.
Who?
Kawhi Leonard is the best person that's ever suited up for the Toronto Raptors. With all like due respect,
Well, he got traded there though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why a superstar says they want to be traded. Like AD says he wants to be traded this summer.
Yeah,
we
they
assume
gonna
the
send him
Celtics
somewhere.
have but say like I don't know the Suns for whatever strange reason.
Yeah, they gonna send him somewhere.
If they put their pick in Devin Booker, which they would never do. But the thing is that the possibility now arises for you to acquire a real marquee star
that you would have never gotten
in the first place. That's like one of the few positives I could see.
Yeah, that's true.
But hey,
that's
man.
about the only positive.
I mean, Knicks fans. Oh, we had Melo a couple years ago. What even that?
Mr. Anthony. Nah, he was Melo in his time, but even when we had Melo, we
second
knew.
in MVP voting.
But even when we had Melo, we knew we weren't gonna win it all.
We did. But even when you date back, even before the Warriors, I guess it was more open.
It's just a little more open because it's like there's always like that one team that has like a small like scintilla of hope, like a very small like little percentage of hope. Like now it's like the Warriors are gonna win.
You still believe that?
Yeah, like last year they were down 3-2 to the Rockets, and I got hype, and in the back of my head I was like, the Warriors still gonna win.
Nah, if Chris Paul gets shot in his hamstring,
Something happened.
Yeah. God, they get lost.
That sniper. This nigga went up for a layup. Ah! This nigga was in there.
He pulled the short leg up. He was looking at the. I was like, damn.
People was acting like he was gonna play Game 7. I saw some reports. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was hopeful.
Yeah. If he was a real G, he would have got out there on that court and made it work.
I guess we could just dive into NBA check-in before we get to Braun.
Yeah. Before we end the night with tears. This is too much for me to take in.
The contenders in the West, the biggest contender to the Warriors.
Rockets, OKC.
The Rockets have really picked up steam.
Yeah.
I must say.
I have no faith in Denver.
No, me either. I think they play tomorrow night. Huh. That'd be good to see. I'm actually going to watch that.
Yeah, Rockets, OKC. Rockets are looking like...
I haven't seen Denver in action that much.
I saw them last night, but we'll talk about that.
How they look?
Against Braun?
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that. I don't watch the games anymore.
I watched because I wanted to see the reaction when he...
How were the Nuggets?
Oh, they're good.
They're good.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to tell when they're playing the Lakers.
How about out east?
Raptors. Who's the biggest challenger to who? The Warriors?
To get to the finals.
Raptors, Bucks. And I still have maybe the Celtics. Because like the talent that they have, they're loaded.
Yeah.
If they can just figure out how to play together.
I'm really buying into the Bucks now.
Yeah.
But I picked the Celtics preseason, so I'm gonna stick with that.
I don't know. I'm between I just can't give it. I can't give the Raptors no love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see.
They gotta break the curse.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Kawhi and no longer DeMar.
And MVP
of the league?
Yeah.
Harden. I'm going back.
Yeah, it's shifting. I still got Giannis, but the tides are shifting.
Right now, it's Harden for me. This nigga playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, the double step back. Outside of that, though.
There's a sidestep in there now, too.
Yo, this nigga's a ballerina. I'm like, yo. What are the refs looking at? They so amazed, like, just watching the game. They're not even looking down at no one's feet.
Hey, man.
I'm like, yo, when you watch the play, he literally be like, he don't even like try to small shuffle. This nigga jump in the air, laying back. But
yeah, I think Giannis sees the tides turning too. He just came out, I think, yesterday. Said he from Nigeria. He going back to his roots. He want that MVP.
He ain't say that.
He did. Look it up. Look it up. He said his parents are from Nigeria.
He thirsty for likes.
He needs that MVP.
This nigga trying to scam his way to the. Wow,
he wilding tonight on the Pacers.
Going back to his Nigerian roots. This nigga trying to scam the MVP. That's crazy.
Yeah, wait, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Harden right now, but I think ultimately Giannis is gonna win it. It's so hard for someone to get it back to back. Unless
where are the Rockets right now in the standings? You know, are they still fifth?
So when I checked yesterday or the day before yesterday, it was a 3-way tie for third.
Yeah, if you get in the top 3, you're gonna win it.
Rockets are third.
Yeah,
it's a 3-way tie, but the Rockets have the tiebreaker. Rockets are third, Thunder are 4, Trailblazers are 5. They all have the same record, but the Rockets are third, 4th, 5th, just like that. They all have the same.
Having
record.
the best record in the league doesn't mean as much as it used to. Sorry, Giannis. There's not more you could have done.
I mean, because you got to take into consideration context also. It's not like you have the best record in the league, but
and I'm the best player putting up numbers not seen since Kareem.
That's true.
And I've been doing that all season. I didn't need to bring my team back into the playoffs.
That's true.
I'm just saying,
but he's dealing with injuries, and he had to put the team on his back.
He did.
He got what 6 50-point games this year.
Yeah.
He had 50 and 10 the other night, 56 and 13 to be exact.
Shit. Yeah, after a while, these numbers just beat you down.
But I want to see how he's gonna play in the playoffs, though. That's what I'm looking forward to now. Just the playoffs. All these games are cool.
I'm ready, man.
These games are cute, I'll watch
April
them.
13th, I'm ready.
Oh, this nigga Kev, you already?
I'm ready.
You got the countdown on your phone?
That opening Saturday. Just give me a 60-degree LA day. April 13th, and then June 20th. Thursday, June 20th is the lottery. Pivotal time for Knicks. Pivotal.
That shit gonna come before we even know it.
I know.
It's already March, bro.
Daylight savings ends on Sunday. The sun.
It's about 8-9, right? Yeah, man. Let's get to the depressing conversation.
Held it off as much as we could. Whew. I think the last time we talked about this, I know I said that the Lakers were gonna make the playoffs, and if they got there. and they avoided the Warriors. They were going to the Western Conference Final. But I think around last Tuesday or Wednesday, I said it out loud for the first time.
How did
therapeutic.
It feel?
I said it with tears flowing. LeBron's not going to make the playoffs.
Nigga Kevin
I texted
the wine in him.
I said it. I had to come to grips. I think it was when they lost to the Pelicans without AD. I had to come to grips.
3.5 games behind, 4.5 games behind, 5.5 games. I'm like, yo, are y'all even trying? And Bron look like he's just out there getting his numbers.
I don't even know where to start.
His stats have no effect on the game anymore.
None. That's the thing. If you just looked at the box score and you heard all these people talking about it, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
You gotta watch.
You gotta watch.
Really gotta watch. Because even yesterday, he put up, a 30-plus?
31, 7, and 7. And it meant nothing.
It meant nothing.
It meant nothing. If you actually watched, I watched the first quarter. He came out a little strong, but they were down. I'm like, yo, that yesterday in the first quarter was the most aggressive I've seen him since he came back from injury.
Just counting them points in his head.
Yeah, chasing.
Close. He put up a post before he went out there.
I know, this is going to be amazing.
He knew he was going to get that.
I mean, he better have got, 13 points?
Well, after the post, I knew for sure. But then you knew where his mind was.
Yep. He
Like,
wasn't even focused on the W. on a W.
Yeah.
Just getting points.
Then today they're talking about minutes restrictions, sitting him on back-to-backs. I didn't see the first shade going like this.
I don't care. I'm done.
You out?
I mean, so realistically, I don't like the way yesterday was handled. Your team got smacked, and you out here celebrating the fact that you had a personal achievement.
Even the celebration was just...
Yeah, it was over the top, as if y'all when they were celebrating, they were down by 20.
Were the fans really into it?
They were, but throughout the game, he was getting booed. This nigga missed his first 4 free throws, and none of them were close.
Damn. You think he made a mistake coming here?
I I think this might have been the first uncalculated thing that he's done basketball-wise. Because we both said it when he first signed. I was like, yo, he just signed. Like, as soon as free agency opened, he signed. Mm-hmm. He got on the yacht and went on vacation. Didn't try to get any other players. Like, no. Like, most of the time he goes somewhere, it's calculated. Mm-hmm. Players are already there. Da-da-da-da. I was like, yo, this don't make any sense. Why would he sign there like that? Mm-hmm. He did it he Hollywood Bron. He like you. That LA son, it'll take your life away. You be like, oh shit, I'm from LA now. Kev from LA now. I think he went out there primarily for the fact that he could have all his business ventures like easily available to him. I'm not saying he's not focused on basketball. I'm saying, but that was probably the primary reason he moved to LA. It wasn't like, oh, I want to really play for the Lakers. It was like, yo, cool, da-da-da-da. And I will play for the Lakers while I'm doing all this stuff.
In terms of that question, I have to wait till this summer. I will definitely say year one was a mishap. I agree, uncalculated. I think he expected Paul George like we all did, but he and his braids stayed in OKC. And now he like probably third on the MVP voting. Mm-hmm. His injury's a big factor in this. This is going to be the most games he's ever missed.
Yep.
Like, I understand Father Time. It's like if you say it's going to rain outside, eventually it is. Mm-hmm. So the people saying he's going to get injured. I didn't know it was going to be this season. I didn't know it was going to be this many games. When he got injured, they were the fourth seed. Granted, they were separated by 3 games or more or so. It was close. But I don't know if they don't make the playoffs.
They were still competing.
They were. So I still think they make the playoffs. But you got to factor in what happened. His play, if you look at the box score, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Say it, Kev.
And it's a testament to him that he can put up these numbers, but he doesn't play a lick of defense. He's gone block. Oh, wow. I sound like you now.
Huh? Didn't I say this earlier?
You did.
I was noticing small signs. Like, I don't know how long ago I said that. Like, yo, he getting shot blocked a lot this season. Not like light blocks either. Mm-hmm. Give me that shit.
Yeah, I saw a swat that was just like, damn. Is that Alex Caruso?
I mean, he getting his shit sent.
I don't know what kind of shape he's in after the groin. That's why after he's not looked engaged. Mm-hmm. The AD thing, I don't blame him because I get why they did it. But it's one of those, like, there's no turning back once you do it. Because their motive is, like, the Celtics have in their minds, the Celtics have the best trade package, but they can't make a move till the summer. Mm-hmm. We really want you to come here. We got to do this now.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could have done better. Maybe less leaks. I don't know if the Pelicans are ever going to make a trade. But you do that. That's like you're the player. We're best friends. You're I'm rich. Like, there's no way it's not connected to you.
Yeah.
There's no way I can separate the two if I'm your teammate. Mm-hmm. You wanted us gone. And you can see it in the play. Mm-hmm. So then you lose the rookie. It's you sent away from the team. You're posting about accolades in the midst of utter turmoil. Drinking wine. Even yesterday again, posting about last week. Your top 10 in points and assists. Just, I don't know how this makes your teammates feel. I don't know if you have any friends left on the team.
None.
Magic and Pelinka, you look funny in the light.
Just holding the Bills up to the light.
It's a pivotal summer for them, too. That's why it's all this summer.
Yeah.
He's not going to make the playoffs. The few positives, I guess, you get a better lottery pick for a potential AD trade. Braun gets 2 months off. He should come back. He has no excuse not to come back in the best shape that he can at this stage of his career. Mm-hmm. And then Magic and Pelinka got to make something happen. Because if we start the season how they did, like...
There were signs of this, Kev.
Oh, Luke.
Nah, there were signs of this. Remember after the Eastern Conference Finals last year?
What happened?
Game 7.
What happened?
They swept the Eastern Conference Finals. No, they went to Game 7 in Boston,
went to Game
right?
7 in Boston.
And they showed that pic of Braun.
What?
With the ice packs wrapped all over him. I was like,
He was still engaged.
He was still nice. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
That's what it takes.
This year, he is shooting so many threes because he can no longer get around people. I've watched him not be able to drive past people.
That offhand's been very active this
Yo,
year. Very active.
So the reason why he's getting shot blocked so much is because normally he goes to the basket. He just dunks it. He's doing these he's barely jumping off the ground and trying to do these little layups, and people are just there's more athletic people in the league than ever before. Like even the worst dude can jump and dunk and do crazy shit. Mm-hmm. That he runs down the lane and he does that same spin move. That little baby spin and he gets his layup. Mm-hmm. That's his move now. Whereas before he would just be able to get around people. You got sinners. You got sinners.
He's not as consistent as he has been, because I've seen him do these things you're saying, but he just doesn't. To your point, he doesn't do them as often.
When they played Phoenix, they had DeAndre Ayton guarding him the entire game.
Didn't Julius Randle put up 20 and 10 on him?
No. Listen to this. Yeah, he did, but Braun don't play defense. It's not surprising. They had DeAndre Ayton guarding LeBron James
in a game the Suns won, by the way.
And Braun was struggling to get around him. I'm like, yo, DeAndre Ayton is, come on.
Look, this is the darkest time ever.
But to his credit, 16 years in, he's 34 years old. To have all these, all these physical limitations now.
And still put up, what did he put up yesterday?
31. He's still averaging 27, 8, and 8.
Don't get it twisted. But
he's obviously aging, but 27, 8, and 8.
How were the other players 51%
playing? Field goal percent shooting?
Kobe, Kareem, Carl, Michael. How were they playing when they entered these upper echelon of scoring?
Kobe wasn't Kobe anymore.
So it's a testament to his greatness. It's visibly he's not the same player, but I don't know if he's gotten to the heights of those players that they were. And I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Do you think it's to the point where he can no longer be the best player on a team to for them to win a championship?
Well, it depends on our qualifications. He's been playing like this in the regular season for the last 2 or 3 years.
It ain't been this bad, Kev.
He always showed off in the playoffs where it was just this is not even a question. That was what it hasn't been as bad in the regular season.
Defense, Kev.
But if he had wild out in the playoffs, I'd have been oh, he's still that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to see him motivated again.
Defense.
I don't know how much, and I don't even. No, he can make a little bit of effort. I don't want him going balls out, because you really shouldn't at his age and all the miles on his body. But yeah, some effort. You got Kuzma pushing you. You're getting traded, Kuz.
That's a fact.
You going Kuz?
That's a fact. You put your hands on Braun like that.
They'll be like him or B.I. get Kuz out of here. Him and Lonzo, y'all gone.
Push them.
And I don't blame him, but we get in the back. I'm bruh, don't show.
He had that nigga flying. Nigga, bro,
I get I was wrong. Don't you ever do that again.
Don't you ever.
Nigga press Kuz at his locker room. Don't you ever think to even do that. Your lights
cut the fucking cameras off. Nigga, Braun had the do-rag on. Nigga pushed him all the way across the court.
Luke gonna get fired. So they're gonna have a new coach, whoever that may be.
Who gonna sign it, okay?
That's the thing. The person that wants to get there the most, and arguably the best of the group, isn't a free agent.
They gonna end up getting
it's him or KD, but AD definitely wants to go there, but he's not a free agent, and that's what sucks.
That's not smart for AD, honestly.
Hey man,
it really isn't, because Braun got maybe
trade one, sign one.
The way it's looking, Braun got about one more good, really great season in him, 27.
I can't.
This year 16. I think year 17 he gonna still be putting up these numbers. Year 18 is when he gonna start dipping into the 22s.
If he come back,
he can't get around people.
If he come back and start the season like this, then it's
he's shooting mad flat-footed set shot threes.
Some's conditioning.
He still can dunk though. So
a lot of it's effort. Him and Magic need to have another 3-hour heart-to-heart this summer. I know you signed them, but we need to go over a lot. And y'all need to air a lot of stuff out because y'all both done a lot of wrong.
Yeah.
The players you signed around them, you Zubac to the Clippers when he was actually producing.
This nigga Braun playing worse defense than Harden.
He not
even trying. Like
He
it
not
doesn't
trying.
take energy just to stand out there.
Yeah.
Just
Put
be
his hands under his jersey and watch him. That's a staple. That's a staple now.
be doing this.
Pinching his nipples.
Really,
He got a fetish.
like that nigga on the plane. Sliding past.
He was on acid.
Yo.
Feeling the texture.
Braun really got a fetish. This nigga be playing with his nipples instead of playing. But then
He on Molly out there on the court.
Then he get mad when his player scores.
That's what's sick.
He a sicko.
And like when he said, basketball gotta be your only priority. And then that video of him with 2 chains.
Come on, son.
The day before the Warriors game.
A&R Braun, load management now.
Yeah, I remember when Skip was saying all this at the start of the season.
Michael B.
like,
Jordan. He ain't chasing Michael Jordan. He chasing Michael B. Jordan.
It hurts.
That's just quite clever.
It hurts when he's right.
And now I'm like, damn. Space Jam in them.
This first one was a disaster. Season 1 a disaster.
When's Space Jam supposed to come out?
2021. Push it up. Push it really. Because if this continues.
But how? This is another thing too. How's he gonna be conditioned? He's filming this summer.
He has 2 more months. He has 6 months off. From April 9th is their last game until what, mid-October?
So film was only gonna take 4 months?
I don't know, but they filming every day.
I don't know.
Look, if you can't find time,
You can find time to play basketball, but to put in the
To
level
get in the
of
gym?
the level of conditioning and all that he puts in,
it's 24 hours in a day.
and then act on top of it.
Hey, man, that's for him to figure out. It's coming out in 2021. Can they
This
just...
nigga might be 280 for real.
I don't know.
Damn.
It ain't going to be in the lottery.
This niggas is trying for Zion. Imagine they got
They shut me up.
yo, they fuck around get
These
Zion
niggas
Williamson.
failing
I feel like,
forward.
yo,
Y'all fell forward like that?
Braun and Zion.
That'd be the luck of God, man.
Facts.
Grace of God, y'all. Damn.
Nah, fuck that. I want the Knicks to get him,
We gonna get him.
or at least get the pick. And
We gonna get him. We gonna get him and some others.
sign someone, trade that nigga away.
Hey, man.
It's good. AD, come to New York.
Ain't much else need to be said about. Ain't gonna be any news about him until what, the summer?
Who, Braun?
Yeah, get on them phones.
That's gonna be weird.
I'm blowing people phone up. I don't care if you in the playoffs.
I'm tampering like a motherfucker.
Come to LA.
They're gonna have to find me.
Hell yeah.
Send those delete this thread text message.
Your phone will explode in 3.
This never happened.
You think he yoke up Magic by his collar? Irvin, you better do a better job.
Son, yeah, man, it's gonna be weird. The playoffs.
It is definitely gonna be weird.
You think them ratings gonna get affected?
We know that.
Yeah,
We know that.
there's gonna be some terrible ratings.
Mm-hmm. No, y'all stars.
Wow.
Y'all about to be humbled.
Yeah, ain't nobody dying to see Kawhi.
Yeah, what is the finals? What is the most visually appealing finals?
Bucks Warriors, I guess.
Probably Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
San Francisco market.
Yeah. Damn. But even that, it would be like, that's some shit where we just go to the bar and be like, all right, cool. I wouldn't care.
I ain't out on that initial Thursday. I know that much.
I wouldn't care.
That initial game one Thursday. Nah, I'm
Just
cool.
watch it on the couch. Kick my feet up.
Might follow a box score.
You ain't even gonna watch it. You lying like a motherfucker.
I don't know if it's a Thursday. Who knows? Wait, June 20th.
You not gonna watch game 1 of the finals, Kev?
Well, I'm going to watch the lottery. June 20th. Will the finals still be on? I guess it depends.
No, I think the finals is.
It's over.
Yeah, they're mostly over by June 20th.
Yeah, you're right. What am I talking about? Yeah, I'm going to watch the finals.
Yeah, that's baseball territory.
No, okay, I'll be outside.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
This summer's it's the last hope. Get somebody, Braun. Promise whatever you got to. Pay under the table. Promise
Word.
a part in the film.
I was just about to say that.
Come with me on the yacht. Do whatever you got to.
These niggas a piece of what's the film business?
Oh, Spring Hill?
Spring Hill. That's 2% for you.
They could come in with him and Mav.
Hey man,
You gotta do what you gotta.
something gotta happen.
You better not watch a talk show or go on Twitter.
This is gonna suck too if this is how his reign's gonna end. And imagine if Space Jam 2 is ass.
Imagine if he asked when it come out.
Niggas don't believe in it. Wow. That's it, man.
Yeah, this summer. I guess some loose ends. Did you you see Robert?
Yeah, let's end on that. The greatest actor of all time.
Walls are closing in.
This nigga.
That's how you know it's real this time.
Yo,
it's over.
He ain't say nothing last time. Nigga showed up to court smiling, picking out little girls in the crowd. This nigga interviewing with Gayle King, spazzing.
Fighting for his life.
Y'all niggas trying to kill me.
Giving specific scenarios.
Huh? Nigga said he ain't never slept with an underage girl before.
Or Fred kept him in his basement. Or let her come up to go get shoes from their uncle. I was like...
Nigga said, who said that? That wasn't a documentary. Nigga snitching on himself.
Idiot.
Gayle King is a boss, though. She didn't even flinch. She's like, Robert, calm down.
You want to have a relationship with his kids. Robert.
Yo, that's the look of a nigga who got caught. Well, one who
it's setting in now.
Who got away with something and then was like, oh, I'm
He
scot
ain't leave
free.
well enough alone.
Yeah.
He thought he was Teflon.
A documentary came out. He's like, wait, what? y'all about to charge me for some shit again?
Nah, it's setting in now. He don't do interviews.
Someone,
If you were his lawyer, would you advise him to do an interview?
you got to try to get the court of public opinion on your side.
Would you say he got that?
No, people read right through that shit. People were like, yo, alright. If you ain't do an interview the first time, why do it now? It's a nigga who he see life in prison.
Rotten hell.
He's scared. He is scared.
He said he gave us 30 years.
He's scared.
That judge gonna throw it right back at him. Just say bet. Just say bet. You know, thank you. You know what? We do owe you, yeah.
We do owe you.
We even. Now we
That's
even.
better than life, nigga. I'll give you more. Double up.
Damn.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't watch the full interview. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, I only seen the clip. I don't know if they
Yeah.
come out with the full thing.
Well, whenever it does, that's gonna be some highly rated TV.
Yeah.
Gayle King was just sitting there. Nah, I think that they came out with it. It was on CBS
No.
this morning. They had to cut that shit off though. He started spazzing.
Nigga crying, sweating. Damn.
Gotta be crying too. If I'm about to go to prison. Never men gonna try to fuck him. Not try. They got to keep him like in isolation.
Damn.
He ain't got no money anymore either to be paying niggas off.
Why was he back in custody? Wasn't he back in custody today or
Child
yesterday?
support.
Oh, couldn't afford it?
Well, when the documentary came out, they said he was like $84,000 behind in child support then.
You love to see it.
All it takes is a documentary. Niggas be like, oh, all right.
Finally.
The cops like, oh, shit.
Finally, the way he was roaming around for years, it was just like, damn.
Nigga free.
What more you need?
Nigga free.
He Trump friend?
Free. But I saw something today on IG. Made me think about Woody Allen. You know who that is?
Yes.
Director,
Yeah.
actor. Nigga adopted. He adopted a little Asian girl.
Mm-hmm.
They had a sexual relationship when she was older.
There's another one of them.
Niggas just out here letting them walk scot free.
Another
You
one of the
Google him, though.
directors.
You don't know about that.
They
Woody
flee
Allen.
to Europe. Another one. Damn, I forgot. Damn, I wish I could remember. I don't want to throw out a name and say
This nigga
incorrect.
out here growing it.
One of these
Woody out here grooming it.
creeps, man.
Cause that shit is wild. They showed a picture. The girl was like 9 years old. It was a big ass girl, and she was sitting on his lap at a basketball game. like his stepdaughter. Yeah. He had a sexual relationship with her when she was, I think he waited till she got older, but she was like 17 or 18. But he like raised her. Yep.
I don't want to think.
That shit's crazy.
Makes you think, and I don't want to think.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
All right, lad. Did you hear the 2 Chainz album?
Yeah, let's leave on some good shit.
Yeah, what do you think?
I listened to all of it, but it was dope. I don't think Bron played too much of a role in it, but it was dope.
Yeah, I've seen people call it his best album. I don't know about that, but the way it started, Forgiven, I thought it was going to be like album of the year.
Yeah.
The first 3 or 4 tracks are just, they keep up, not the intro pace, but they're pretty good. And then I don't know, the Young Thug and the Travis, those tracks gotta like, Love this song with him and Chance. Sam is hot. The one him and Kendrick is cool. I don't know. They didn't really do it for me. Yeah. So, overall, good project.
Yeah, it was a good project.
Nothing crazy.
I'm sure it got hyped up more because Bron was attached to it.
This is the first big release of the year? Notable?
2019. Yeah. Damn, it's been quiet so far 2019. I didn't even realize that.
Hey, we in March. Then again, it is still cold, so they don't really care about it.
Yeah, niggas in the kitchen curating right now.
Yeah.
Getting that shit ready
Whip
for
up
May.
a playlist.
As soon as May drop.
No.
Drake better drop this shit.
He
gonna have to. He said he gonna have OVO Fest again. You can't have OVO Fest with Scorpion. I mean, you can, but
that's a good point. I mean, you can.
You can, and I'll be out there rocking, but
I'm making it this year.
Yeah. Nigga ain't have it last year. I knew for a fact I was gonna go last year.
I'm making it. He said last year that like after the fact, he's coming back this year. So we'll see.
Let me set aside $1,000 then. Fuck my life up. Gonna have to. It's the only way to do it.
It's the only way. Reporting live from the 6.
Bank account on E.
Oh my goodness.
I'll worry about this shit when I get home. All right. Prayers up for Bron.
Yeah, for Bron, Adam Silver, the NBA.
The state of the league, it ain't looking too good.
For Bron, for everybody. But not Robert. Not you, Robert.
He gonna have to live it. He gonna have to eat that shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, pray for Bron.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him. As always, guys.
It had to be him.
Another episode in the books. It's been another week. As always, guys, rate, share, subscribe. Check out the clips on IGTV, Instagram, all that good shit, YouTube. You already know where it is. You already know where to find us. You already know who we are. Let's get it. It's been another episode. Until next time, this is Cooling Out.
Stay cool.
You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out.